So Japan is having a population crisis. They've been having a population crisis for like the last 25 years.
Yeah.
The average person doesn't get married until they're 35 years old. And then the average family has 1.2 children. So you're talking about a 33-year-old woman has one child, and then basically she doesn't want to have kids anymore. That's the average. So they have this aging population and this youthful population that won't get married. Here's what's really funny. Almost 50% of Japanese men say that they're not married at the age of 30 because they can't find a suitable spouse. 50% of Japanese women at the age of 30 say they can't find a suitable spouse. So you got a bunch of fucking Japanese men and a bunch of Japanese women saying they can't find suitable spouses for each other, which is why they're not getting married, which is why they're not having kids, which is why there's a population crisis. So Japan launches this brand new policy to inspire population growth.
Okay.
The policy is an ad campaign encouraging people to get married.
Okay.
That's fucking stupid.
Fucking wild.
You want to know how to have some babies? Let some other people into Japan, because I'll bet there's a lot of people out there who'd bang the hell out of some Japanese.
That's
girls.
true.
You know
that
what
is
I'm
true.
saying?
That is true. But they don't want anybody else.
No, because then it's not Japanese enough.
Extremely so yeah. How did you operate as because you're Hispanic, right? So like, how'd you operate as a Hispanic guy in Asia without like being?
Well, that's what's so cool. Asians, like that in and of itself, I can already see sensitivities in the United States, right? Asian descent, meaning native Asian descent, whether it's Chinese, Japanese, Korean, Vietnamese, whatever. They are very good at identifying the nuanced difference in their own ethnicity.
Yes.
So a Chinese person knows a Korean person quickly.
Yes.
Whereas
immediately.
Yeah, we don't always know the difference. But they don't know shit about brown-skinned people.
Oh.
So they don't, when people look at me around the world, even here in the United States, people don't know my ethnicity. I am Latino. Like, I am part Native American, 25% Native American, 75% Latino. But people don't know if I'm Israeli, if I'm Palestinian, if I'm Indian, if I'm South Asian in some way, shape, or form, right? Like, am I Sri Lankan? People don't know for sure. So especially when I'm operating in Asia, all they see is a brown-skinned guy that isn't Asian. And because
good point. Because
in most Asian countries, if you're not Asian, you're not a full citizen. You don't even count.
Yeah.
They don't pay attention to you, man. Right? So it's like, if you're not Chinese, if you're Chinese in China, you're fucked. Because then they want to know, are you Han Chinese? Or are you some other kind of Chinese? Or are you a mix? Are you a not true blood Chinese
You're
Thai?
scrutinized to a higher level.
But if you're brown, they're like, you're brown, you don't count.
Yeah, who gives a fuck?
Yeah, you're not
the racism actually works in your favor.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you're virtually invisible to them now.
And that's what CIA looks for, and especially in a post 9/11 world. In a post 9/11 world, CIA woke up to the fact that Harvard and Yale educated white men can't operate well all over the world. Because no matter where you go in the world, if you look like an American, even if you're Canadian, if you look like an American, all those poor ass countries, they all pour attention on you. It's impossible to be invisible if you're white pretty much anywhere. But when you're brown everywhere, you're easily forgotten.
That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense.